And we welcome you live here for the first time in, I don't even know how long it's been. It's been a while since we've had a formal Allegiant broadcast. We had a broadcast in race one of the season, but I haven't been able to make the past two races. But we're here for round four here in Spain. As, yep, here we are. As I'm a little rusty at broadcasting. I haven't done this in quite a bit. As yeah, bear with me here, as I don't know what I'm doing. All right, we're live here. As yep, I'm actually reading the chat for one, so I'll read it. I'll read it a little bit. As why not? I see we got some already some viewers. This might be the first time I've actually read chat, but. Yep. Have fun watching and all that stuff, and should be a pretty good race. Spain has always been a classic here, Formula Allegiant. It's produced probably some of the best racing we've seen. Because the Sam Lewis David Albon battle back in season one, the first time Sam Lewis was even challenged by a driver. And then, yeah, David Albon wasn't quite able to come out on top that day. Sam Lewis took, what was it, around his, like, seventh win in a row, something like that, because Spain was a lot later in the season, in season one. Season two, we saw quite a chaotic race, with Dylan taking the win in his first ever start, and, yeah, and with Justin Jewell, and I kind of forgot who was thinking it might have been Ryan Naka. It was a bunch of people, just as a whole dogfight late on in the race, and Justin Jewell kind of caught some calamity, and yeah, just Spain has been quite a chaotic race over the seasons here in Formula Allegiant, and yeah, we are hoping that we'll see another classic here tonight. Here's Maddox Beard making his way through the final sector here in Spain. Maddox Beard makes his way, gonna start his lap here in Barcelona. And yep, as I'm gonna actually have to look at look at the roster. So bear with me here for a sec, because there's some drivers that didn't race one that I still need to learn their names. So yeah, give me a second here. So Racing Bulls here. I don't believe he raced race one, and that would be, I believe that is that I believe that is Bradley in the V carb. He might have raced race one actually, but it's been a second, so I do need to relearn some of the names. As yeah, he sets a 1:13.2. I'll look at the pole lap here here in a few minutes from what season season two pole lap was. We're probably gonna go faster this season because Spain was really early in the season last season, and that was also right when F125 came out, so a lot of people were still learning the game, and yeah, I think we'll probably go quite a bit faster, but Maddox Beard goes top of the board by quite a bit. No surprise there for Maddox Beard, though. I was very speedy in that Red Bull. Still yet to win a race, though, in Formula Allegiant, but Maddox Beard is going to try to continue Red Bull's streak of winning in Spain, as Dylan Tate goes top of the board now, the track he got his first win at a season ago. As, yep, there is the Sauber of Rainer Ferrer. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Rainer Ferrer. I'll say Rainer Ferrer. It sounds good. So I would say that. I don't know if I'm saying it right. So you can correct me on that. So apologies if I'm saying it wrong. A lot of times I'll probably get the driver's names wrong. There is the Alpine of I believe that is Tristan Thomas. Yep, this Tristan Thomas, and there's also Benji Bowen in the other Alpine. Both Alpines racing tonight. I'm just trying to go through the field here and just make sure I'm all good with names. As, yep, still 2 drivers yet to make a lap. That's Ryan Alcon. Ryan Alcon's actually going to finish his lap here. Let's see what Ryan Alcon can do in the Williams. That special livery. He goes up to 6 with a 1:13.7. And, yeah, here comes the Ferrari of Billy Kreger, who actually got his first career win last time out in Miami. Didn't have a broadcast. Actually, none of the owners were actually there. So it actually had to be hosted by Grant Ward. And yeah, but Billy Kreger was able to get his first career win in Miami, and Miami's first race in Formula Allegiant. And yeah, Billy Kreger goes up to 7th on the board. Billy Kreger usually, I feel like he usually isn't the best in qualifying. Sometimes he'll have some good performances though, but then when it comes to the race, he's really good at managing the tires, and that's probably how he got the Miami win. I'm not 100% sure because I'm not even sure what happened in that race because I didn't broadcast it. I wasn't there. But yep, top 3 drivers are in the pits while this is the Racing Bulls on track of Bradley. He didn't put in a last name, so we're just gonna have to call him Bradley. But yeah, as the Racing Bulls makes his way through here, he's currently 4th on the board. As yep, here he comes, making his way through. I was making sure that's Bradley. That is Bradley though, in the Racing Bulls. So yeah, most drivers are in the pits right now here. 10 minutes and 45 seconds left here in Q1. Again, I do want to say apologies if I'm a little rusty with my commentary. I think I've been doing okay though. But yeah, I'm a little bit rusty because I haven't done this for a few weeks. So yeah, but I'm doing my best here in Spain. But yeah, here comes Bradley making his way down the front stretch here in the V-Carb. And that special Miami livery. We're not in Miami, but obviously, but he's still running the special livery that you can unlock. You can unlock special liveries on this game by doing the challenges and stuff. You can do that by, you can get the Racing Bulls and also the White Bull from the elimination challenge. I actually did it myself, but yeah, and that's how he has that special livery, which is a nice addition that F1 25 has, because previous F1 games haven't had that. But anyways, back to topic. The Racing Bulls makes his way through here. Let's see, we can pull up the lap data. Almost forgot about that. As yeah, here he comes, making his way through the final corners here in Spain. Fast, flat out corners here. And here he comes up to the line. Can he improve? He does not. He goes slower by 0.03 of a second, so it's almost an identical lap, but not quite enough though to improve. But Dylan Thake here he comes, making his way through Sector 1. So yeah, now in Sector 2. This corner has a bunch of variety of corners. It's actually a really good track for like pre-season testing, which is probably why F1 did it for a while. They don't do it anymore. They do it at Bahrain, obviously now. But Spain has a variety of corners, so you have to be good at, I guess, every type of corner to be fast here, I would say. Because yeah, Dylan Thake, let's see what he can do through the third to final corner. That corner is actually a little bit tricky. And yeah, you make your way back onto the front stretch here. Here he comes. Let's see what Dylan Thake can do. Up to the line. He improves to 1:11.9. What a lap from Dylan Thake. He goes up to, or stays in first, but he does improve to a 1:11.9. That's a pretty fast lap there from Dylan Thake, who's currently top of the board. But there's Grant Ward in the Aston Martin. Yeah, here he comes. I didn't see him very good though through there. It might have been okay. Just kind of took a lot of curb on the inside. or on the first part of the corner. I don't know what I'm talking about. But yeah, as Jack Ward makes his way through here. Yeah, here he comes, Grant Ward. Let's see, can he improve his time as here he comes up to the line. He's at a 1:13.2 right now. Could he improve? Actually, no, nowhere near. I think he bailed on that lap. Okay. That was my bad. That's my apologies. I did not really see bailed on that lap. I was not paying attention. Yeah, here comes the V-Carb, though. I don't know if this is a push lap or not. I don't think it is. I do want to see, though. Yeah, no, he heads into the pits here with about 6.5 minutes left here in qualifying. Yeah, there is Rainer Ferrer in the Sauber. Yeah, letting some people by. He's actually going to go into the pits. He's currently 6th on the board. I believe he's making his first start. Not 100% sure. And there is Benji Bowen in the Alpine, making his way through Sector 2 here. Those two corners can be pretty tricky. There's a lot of tricky corners at this track, because I mean, there's not a lot of runoff at this track, so there's not a lot of like room for error. I feel like it's not the hardest track ever, but there's a few corners that can kind of catch you off guard. There's just so much variety of corners around this track. But yeah, here comes Benji Bowen. He is the 10th in the green. Won't improve him any places, but he can improve his time. As here he comes. A little slide there, though, from Benji Bowen. He makes his way, though, through the final corners. Can he improve his position here? He's currently 9th and last on the board. He stays there, but he does improve his time. So 1:14.2. And yep, there's a wide variety, though, of laps here, though, because the gap between first and 9th is a solid almost 3 seconds. So there's a big variety here. Honestly, in general, on Formula Allegiant, of just a big variety of skill, which does make this league very fun, though. Still to commentate, there's a lot of action that can go on. But yeah, here comes Maddox Beard. Let's see, he is not improving. I don't know. I think this is a push lap for Maddox Beard, but I would imagine he's probably going to want to go to the pits here soon, as he's sliding. As I'm not 100% sure if this is a push lap, but he is going to head into the pit lane. Max Beard currently 2nd on the board. As yeah, there's a V-Carb. I think he's going to be the first car to make his final laps here in qualifying. Final run's about to start, and we'll decide who gets pole position here in Spain. As oh, that was the car off. That is Benji Bowen, who's going to try to get back on track. Benji Bowen off the road here in qualifying. Yeah, trying to get it back going. He gets it going. But yeah, looking back at the V-Carb, he's actually got a good amount of screen time here in qualifying. But yeah, he's 4th on the board, and we'll see. He is improving. And make sure to not run wide there. Those were the two leaders collided last season about midway through the race. Dylan Fake was one of them, but he still was able to win the race. As yeah, makes his way through here. Bradley. Let's see if he's improving at the end of Sector 2 here. Doesn't seem like that bad of a lap, though. 2/10 in the green. Won't quite improve many places, though, unless he can find some time here through Sector 3, the fast-flowing Sector 3 here in Barcelona. As here he comes, heading up through the final corners. Let's see, can he improve his position here? This might be it here for Bradley. As here he comes, he does improve, but not any places. He goes to a 1:13 flat, and yeah, he stays in 4th, but he is at less of a risk at losing any places. So yeah, I got 2.5 minutes left here. Qualifying is going to let that's Ryan Ocon through in the Williams. One notable thing is, somebody might notice that isn't here. It's Royce Crown, your defending champion. He's not here. His teammate Ryan Ocon is. Okay, the Alpine just got disqualified. I think he was trying to get to the pits, and I think he got disqualified. So that's unfortunate for Benji Bowen in the Alpine. But go back to Royce Crown. Royce Crown, he is not racing tonight. Not sure why, but he is not here. But his teammate Ryan Ocon is, so he's going to be the only Williams driver on track here tonight. As Ryan Ocon on his out lap, going to try to charge some ERS. Yeah, here comes Dylan Fake. Maybe start a lap here. I think it is. Yeah, he is starting a lap here, I believe. Let's see. Dylan Fake. This is probably going to be it for Dylan Fake. Can't see how much time we have left because of the yellows. There's a bunch of yellows. A lot of people letting people by. But yeah, and people charging up ERS also. That's Maddox Beard letting everyone by here. And Dylan Fake is making his way up through Sector 2. Let's see if he is improving. We'll find out here at the end of the sector. In the Ferrari, Dylan Fake. But it's kind of been rough for Dylan Fake. He's been obviously fast, but he's been making a lot of mistakes. And yeah, he's just kind of been struggling in that Ferrari. But right now, he's showing really good pace here in Spain. Yeah, he's going to back it down. Yeah, and there's Maddox Beard just in front of him. Maddox Beard is just going to go ahead and go. They got to hurry up and get to the line, though. They got 45 seconds left. Grant Ward is actually just finished his lap. He improves almost a 10th. He doesn't improve any places, but he does improve his lap time. Dylan Fake going to start his final lap. Maddox Beard going to start his final lap. This is going to be the battle for pole position here in Spain. They have both these drivers right next to each other, but they're both going for lap time. Obviously, not the race yet, so we're not going for position. We're on track position. Oh, that was a big mistake from Maddox Beard. Touched the curb. We'll see though. Can he recover? We'll see. Yeah, he's not improving. About almost 2/10 in the red. Maddox Beard gonna have to find a lot of time here in sectors 2 and 3. While Dylan Fake, we'll see if he's improving at the end of the sector. As yeah, we're watching the battle for pole position here. As I don't think Maddox is gonna be able to find the time. Oh, a little loose there. Took quite a lot of curb there. So here comes Maddox Beard. We'll find out here. Did he find any time? He did not. He's 3/10 in the red. But Dylan Fake is almost. Actually, no, I don't know if he is improving. He lost. He was a 10th of the degree of sector 1, I believe, but he wasn't. I think he's losing time now through sector 2. Let's see. Can he pick the time back up in sector 3? As Maddox Beard gonna cross the line. He is not gonna improve. As Maddox Beard. Actually, no, he does. He does improve. Found the time through sector 3, but not enough to get pole position. His Dylan Fake cannot improve. His Grant Ward, he already made his lap. Same with Bradley. And I think that is it for qualifying here in Spain. Dylan Fake on pole position here in Spain. Yeah, what a qualifying that was. Yeah, Grant Ward gonna make his way through the final corners. Obviously not on a push lap. He's gonna be starting 3rd on the board. Yeah. All right, let's look at your results here. He's not quite made it to the line. I was getting ready to see the results as Jack Ward spins off the final corner. He's gonna slowly creep his way to the line. As Grant Ward now gets to the line as. No, I'm just not sure you're waiting for. There we go. All right. Well, Dylan Fake on pole position here in Spain. Looking to go back to back here in the Spanish Grand Prix. Here's the results. Dylan Fake on pole position. Maddox Beard 2nd. Jack Ward 3rd. Bradley 4th. Billy Crager 5th. Ryan Ocon 6th. Reina Ferrer 7th. Then the Alpine of Tristan Thomas 8th, and the Alpine of Benji Bowen in 9th. So there are your results here in Spain. But now it's time to go race here for round 4. As while we wait for everyone to get their setups in and stuff, I do want to look at the driver's standings right now. Ardo Mornow is at the top of the standings right now in the driver standings, but he's not making tonight. Billy Kreger is second. He actually might take. I think if he gets, I think if he gets 8th or above, he will take the championship lead. So Billy Kreger has a chance to take championship lead here with Arda Mornow missing the race tonight. And then Michael Lunsberg, who's also missing tonight, 3rd. Jackson Traeger, who's not here, 4th. Royce Crown, who's not here, 5th. So a bunch of heavy hitters not here not here tonight for Spain. As we can look at your constructor points, McLaren top of the board in the constructors standings. This formation lap getting underway here. But McLaren is currently leading the constructor standings. It's kind of insane that I think McLaren was probably one of the worst teams in seasons 1 and 2, but they have a good lineup now in season 3, and they've turned it around. Almost like how they did in real life, honestly, and from like 2022 to 2023. But yeah, and the Ferrari is second. Don't think it's gonna help close the gap for Ferrari on McLaren. About 10 points behind. I think he might be able to actually have Ferrari take the constructors' lead with both McLarens missing tonight. The Williams is 3rd and Red Bull 4th. Red Bull might be able to take 3rd though with Matic Spirit if he finishes in a good spot here tonight, because they're only 1 point behind Williams. Depends where Ryan Ocon finishes though. And then Mercedes in 5th. So that's your top 5 of the constructors and drivers standings. A formation lap coming to a close here. They're going to get their tires warmed up as we can look at what tires everyone is starting on here. So mediums for the front 2 for the front row, and then hards for Grant Ward, softs for Bradley, mediums for the other Ferrari, Billy Kreger, hards for Ryan Ocon, softs for Rainer Ferrer, and the 2 Alpines. So interesting strategies. It's probably going to be a wide variety of strategies here tonight. Alright, apologies, I'm back. Yep, here we go. Time to get the Spanish Grand Prix underway. Round 4. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights. And it's lights out, away we go. Round 4 is underway in Spain. Dylan Fate, good start. Maddox Beard, not a good start as they all make their way heading up into turn 1. Beard is under attack from the Racing Bulls in the Aston Martin behind, while Dylan Fate pulls away at the front of the field. It's all off the road. That's Grant Ward. He loses a spot. Bradley up to 3rd as Billy Crooker up to 5th. Rainer Ferrer in 6th as, yeah, they all make their way trying to, that was the Ferrari almost making a move on Grant Ward. He had a look, not able to get there, but now everyone's going to try to file in here, and yes, here we go. Ryan Ocon, oh, there's damage. Is that damage for Tristan Thomas? I believe that's damage for the Alpine Tristan Thomas. Yes, it is. Front wing lit off. And Ryan Ocon has fallen all the way down to 9th. It's a whole dogfight here in the back of the field. But the front, Dylan Fake and Maddox Spirit just how they started. Here we go. Dylan Fake makes his way through here, but Maddox Spirit is staying close behind. They're both on equal tires, both on the mediums. While Bradley is on, I believe, the softs. Make sure. Yes, he is on the soft, so he's going to be faster earlier in this run. As they're side by side, that's Grant Ward and Billy Kreger. As Billy Kreger trying to hang on, he will hang on in a turn 1 as Billy Kreger up to 4th. But yeah, the Ferrari kind of under attack from Matic Spirit. Matic Spirit went really wide there. Probably got some dirty air behind that behind the Ferrari. As here we go. The Ferrari makes his way through here. Matic Spirit up behind, and the V-Carb having a good run here in 3rd. But we'll see how long do those softs last, because those softs tend to fall off a cliff here in this game. But we'll see how it'll go here in Spain. As top 3 kind of broken away, and then Billy Kreger who's had a really good start. He's 4th. Trying to catch up to the 3 in front of him and try to go for his 2nd win in a row. But here we go. The Ferrari makes his way down the front stretch, but there's going to be DRS here for Matic Spear down the front stretch. How much will he close in? DRS also for the V-Carb. As the V-Carb Bradley actually set the fastest lap of the race here on lap 2. Now we're on lap 3. Oh, that's a little mistake from Matic Beard. Took a little bit too much curb, and now help still on fake. Pull away a little bit. Just got to make sure to stay in that DRS range, though. And yeah, Beard's doing a pretty good job at that here. I think it's probably going to be between these 3 early on here for the lead. But you never know how it can go late on in the race. As we're gonna look here through the field. There is the Alpine Benji Bowen. Might be trying to look for a move on Rainer Ferrer in the Sauber. And then behind them, Ryan Ocon, 2 seconds behind them, and then you have the Alpine Tristan Thomas, who had to pit to repair the wing damage. So that's unfortunate for Tristan Thomas in the Alpine. But yes, here we go. Did Matic Spear get DRS that time? I don't think he did. But the V-Carb did get DRS on the Red Bull. As here we go. It's almost changed the last season a little bit, because it was between the Racing Bulls and Red Bull here for a lot of the race for the lead back last season, season 2. But it was Red Bull coming out on top. But the only difference is now we have a Ferrari up here fighting for this win. But yeah, we're on lap 4 here in Spain. Leaders making their way through Sector 2. Beard closed in quite a bit. As Beard about hovering around maybe half a second behind the Ferrari, but he's gonna struggle in that dirty air. Gonna want to make this move kind of soon, because you don't want to stay in dirty air too long. It's gonna hurt the tires. With the car wanting to understeer. And yellow flag, Sector 2. What is it for? Let's see I don't know who it was for. Looks like they got it all sorted out, though. As Beard seems like he's losing a little bit of time through Sector 3, and that's not helping him heading down the front stretch, because I don't think he might be too far back to make a move. He's gonna be too far back this time, but if he continues to do that, he's gonna have a hard time trying to get around Dylan Thake, because number 1 passing zone is turn 1 after that long straightaway down front stretch. But into the pits with the Racing Bulls. I'm not sure why, but really early on lap 5, he moves on to the mediums. So I don't know if that's a scheduled stop from the Racing Bulls, but early in the race, he moves on to the mediums and is the first of the top 3 to pit. I'll be right back. I gotta go do something, so I'll be just watching later. Just gonna have a little bit of raw footage here, but I'll be right back. I gotta do something, so I will be back. Just enjoy this raw footage here for a few laps. All right, I am back. Apologies for that. It was a big slide from Magic Spirit Rise. I came back, but yeah, Dylan Thake is staying in the lead here. But apologies for that. I had to go do something. I couldn't really wait. So yeah, that was my bad. But yeah, the Ferrari still in the lead. Magic Spirit though is still on that DRS range, but too far back to make a move. As yeah, you see him on board quite far ahead. But still, if he can just stay in that DRS range, let the DRS pull him along, it helps. Yeah, Beard is taking a lot of curb through there. I don't know if that's intentionally or not, but yeah, as this battling here is yellow flags. That is the Alpine of Benji Bowen. So Benji Bowen, that is, I think he might have had a moment, might have spun, maybe entering the pits. I'm not really sure, but. Yeah, he was over at the inside wall in the pits. Now he's into the pits now and gonna repair that front wing and switch those tires. I think we're getting to the point where a lot of the soft people that start on the softs are gonna start to come in, but they're gonna be committing to a 2-stop. I almost wonder if if maybe the front two are gonna try to commit to a 1-stop. If it's possible, it's usually faster. But yeah, we'll see. Obviously, Dylan Thake won last season on strategy, but it was a different scenario because there was rain, and I believe he stayed out on the dries for the last few laps, the last like 3 laps maybe, when it started raining. I don't think we have any rain on the forecast though here today in Spain. But yeah, the front two here. Now Magic Spirit's falling out of the DRS range. He's kind of struggling. I think in that dirty air he might have burned up those tires. Yeah, this front two have broken away because Billy Kreger, next car behind, is about almost 8 seconds back to the top two. And then Jack Ward behind the Ferrari. But Ferrari right now has a double podium here early on in the day here in Spain. As yeah, big slide from Magic Spirit. He is struggling, I can tell. He's getting a lot of oversteer. Oh no, Magic Spirit in the gravel. He saves it. What a save. Magic Spirit. That is unfortunate, but he at least keeps it off the barrier. What a save from the Red Bull Magic Spirit. But now, that is just what Dylan Thake wanted to see, because now he's broken away way out of DRS and way in the lead. Here we go. Yeah, Magic Spirit 4 seconds behind. That is the damage done from that slide. Magic Spirit is struggling on those mediums, and now Beard has a lot of work to do if he's going to try to win this race. But I mean, don't count on Dylan Thake making a mistake. No offense to him, but he does. He is known for making quite a lot of mistakes. I don't know. I think he has finished the race this season, but I think this season he's been struggling with those mistakes. And Dylan Thake is also racing with food poisoning right now. He said that in the Discord. He's apparently racing with food poisoning. He was debating if he even wanted to race today, and yeah, now he's probably glad he is, because he is in the lead and driving away kind of from Magic Spirit. Actually, Magic Spirit is kind of closing, but I think Dylan Thake though is just going to be comfortably in the lead by the time pit stops come for these top two, because they'll probably be hitting around the same time. They're probably on very similar strategies. As there's the Alpine into the pits. Tristan Thomas making his second stop of the day. I believe that one is scheduled though. Oh, geez, Ryan Ocon tries to cut to him. He almost went off. His yellow flags. That is Rainer Ferrer on the inside of that corner. That's an odd place to spin. But yeah, Rainer Ferrer, he gets it back going. There's a few kind of self-spins this race, but nothing too crazy, nothing major. But now you see Bradley closing in. He should get a big undercut on the leaders, but if he's committing to a 2-stop, it's going to be tough for him to win the race. I think a 1-stop might be, it's probably going to be the faster strategy, but I don't know. It's still going to be tough as usual to make a 1-stop work, because this track can eat up tires. So, I mean, maybe the 2-stop will work. We'll see. It's going to be interesting to see how this works out for Bradley. But gap staying relatively the same now between the top two. But yeah, Dylan Thake comfortably in the lead here And yeah, Billy Kreger also in third. He's now 6.7 seconds behind Maddox Beard. And Jack Ward trying to get in that DRS range on the Ferrari. As here we go. Battles on here for P5. Bradley going for the top 5 after making a pit stop on lap 5. As here we go. It doesn't make the move there. But Bradley's going to want to pass him here soon. He's going to go to the outside here. He's going to have the outside through here. Can he make it work? Can he make it stick? He cannot. And yeah, Bradley, this is definitely gonna hurt him. Definitely gonna have him lose time. Oh, there goes Rainer Ferrer. Thankfully, it goes because I was right in the path of the V carb. But yeah, Rainer Ferrer spins. He heads into the pit lane though to get off those tires. And yeah, that was really close call there from the Sauber. He saves his second moment of the day that we've captured. But yeah, lap 11 here in Spain. We look back at the leader, Dylan Fake. Yeah, gap is just staying relatively the same between the top two. So, that was a mistake for Maddox Beard. That's going to lose him time. Beard's making quite a bit of mistakes here right now in Spain. But he is still driving away from Billy Kreger, so that is good news for Maddox Beard at least. But Jack Ward, bad news for Billy Kreger. Jack Ward is gaining a little bit. He gained about 2/10 that lap. Was the last time we checked down that straightaway. Yeah, he's looking to get in that DRS range. Jack Ward started on the hards, or he's on the hards right now. I believe he did start on the hards, while Billy Kreger is currently on the mediums. So the hards are gonna now come into play here late on in the run, because yeah, the hards don't degrade as fast. They don't wear as fast because they're harder tires. So yeah, he's going to be a little bit faster here later in the run, and I think it's starting to show now. Yep, lap 12 here in Spain. This is kind of, I think this is the closest battle on track right now. It's Ferrari and the Aston Martin. This is looking good for Ferrari to take the lead in the constructor standings for sure. And this is also looking good for Billy Kreger to take the lead of the driver standings. It's looking good overall for Ferrari here in Spain. And not looking good for McLaren because both drivers aren't here tonight. But yeah, so here we go. Jack Ward is in the DRS range. And yeah, I don't know if he's going to quite have enough to make a move. No, not quite enough that time, but down the front stretch, he might be close enough to have a look. Yeah, watching this battle here for P3, the battle for the podium, but probably provisional P4 because the V-Carb is going to get a big undercut, and I think he is going to be in the provisional lead, but it's gonna be a challenge for him to hang on, especially with the two-stop strategy. But yeah, the Ferrari into the pits. Billy Kreger, that hands the podium position to Jack Ward, and we'll see how big this undercut's gonna be. The Ferrari just now left his box, and V-Carb is already making his way into turn 1. So that shows how big the undercut is he's done, but. It's a little bit exaggerated because Billy Kreger wasn't quite in that lead pack, but there's yellow flags also. Not sure what it's for. Maybe it was one of the Alpines. I'm not sure, but oh, this is a 3-car fight here for P7. The two Alpines and Ryan Ocon. I'm not sure what's happened back here. Something's happened. Yeah, this 3-car battle here for P7. It's Benji Bowen, Tristan Thomas, and Ryan Ocon as more yellow flags. I'm not sure it's for. Dylan Fake in the pits. Dylan Fake is making his first stop of the day, maybe his only stop. Is all off the road. That goes it's the Alpine of Tristan Thomas. He keeps it though. He keeps it clean, and he gets back on track. As now Maddox Beard takes the lead of the race. Because he stays out as, yeah, Dylan Fake, does he go to the hards? I would imagine he would, yes. So I think he's going to try to commit to the one-stop strategy. Here we go. Will this undercut work for Bradley? It will not. That is not good for Bradley. I thought this undercut would work a lot better. But yeah, now Bradley's going to be at a big disadvantage because, for one, he's behind Dylan Fake, and two, he's on much worn tires and much more mediums. There's yellow flags. I'm not sure. Oh, that is Benji Bowen in the Alpine who spun. About to get lapped here from by Maddox Beard. Benji Bowen kind of struggling here. Around he goes again, saves it. Benji Bowen's not having a fun time here right now. He's probably going to want to get off those tires soon. But yeah, here comes Maddox Beard. He's looking to lap him. It's actually Beard in the pit. Same with the Alpine. Both drivers heading into the pit lane. And yeah, I think this is going to be a good undercut here from Dylan Fake. Not like he really needed to do one, because he's going to probably have the lead either way. But Beard goes on to the hards. Yeah, they're on the same strategy, basically. So, official top two are on based on the same strategy. But the V-Carb did get ahead of Maddox Beard. So now Maddox Beard is in provisional P3, and Bradley's provisional P2. So that's interesting. I don't know why the undercut didn't really work well on Dylan Fake, but it worked well on Maddox Beard. As yellow flags, again, I'm not sure what it's for, but it's just, I think there's been a bunch of just self-spins here. As there's Dylan Fake locking up a little bit. That's good news for Bradley, but Bradley's still dropping back, obviously, on those worn tires. And Maddox Beard will probably catch him in a few laps. As, yeah, Billy Carter's also not all that far behind Maddox Beard. He got a pretty good undercut. As, yeah, Beard's going to get DRS here, actually, from the lap car. But he's going to want to get around him. He's going to want to get around. Those blue flags waving for the Alpine Benji Bowen. Benji Bowen slides, and yeah, Maddox Beard gets around him. And yeah, Beard provisionally P3 because Jack Ward is still yet to pit. He's gone really long on those hards. Yeah, so yeah, he's starting the hards, basically doing kind of the opposite of what Dylan Fake and Maddox Beard did. He's starting the hards and then going to the mediums, while the Ferrari and the Rebel did mediums to hards. So yeah, we're about halfway through the race here in Spain. Jack Ward is your leader, but probably not for long because Dylan Fake's catching up, and Jack Ward still needs to pit. So your provisional race leader is Dylan Fake here, who's dominating in Spain. He's a 7-second gap to the car behind Maddox Beard and Billy Kreger. Almost wonder if Ferrari could even manage 1-2. That'd be great to see. And as a Ferrari fan, in real life, I wish they could do that in real life. But yeah, is Jack Ward. We'll see if he will come into the pits here. Let's see. Does not come into the pits. He's going really long on the hards. Then he'll have a fairly short run on the mediums. As here we go. As here comes Dylan Fake to take the lead of the race. Here he comes to the inside with a DRS and slipstream, and Dylan Fake takes the lead once again in Spain. As yeah, Dylan Fake was gonna have the lead either way because Jack Ward still needs to pit, but yeah, Dylan Fake in the lead here in Spain once again, with Jack Ward falling down to second on those worn hards, and Maddox Beard looking to catch up to him. As yeah, Billy Kreger is kind of falling back to Maddox Beard. He is actually, did he go to the softs? I'm wondering, did he go to the softs? I gotta check that. He did go to the softs, so that's interesting. Now is Billy Kreger maybe committing to a 2-stop? That's interesting, because I believe he started in the mediums, if I'm not mistaken. So I think Billy Kreger, I don't see the softs going to the end, so he might be committing to a 2-stop, which is similar to what the V-Carb was doing. He also made a pit stop. We missed that on the broadcast. Didn't even notice it, but yeah, the V-Carb, the Racing Bulls, made a pit stop, and now he's down in 5th. But I think the Ferrari still needs to pit because I don't see the softs going to the end. But I mean, you never know. It is Billy Krieger. He's pretty good at saving tires, so maybe he'll try. Maybe he'll find a way to make him go to the end. Who knows? But Maddox Beard does set the fastest lap of the race, so Beard is feeling pretty good on those hards, I think. But he's got a lot of work to do to try to catch Dylan Fake. Yeah, he seemed very comfortable on the hards. Just maybe it was the mediums that I just didn't feel comfortable with. Because he set the fastest lap of the race. But yeah, this is probably the closest battle on track right now. This is the V-Carb and the Sauber, but I think the V-Carb is gonna pull away because I think he's on fresher tires. Yeah, I think he is. So yeah, he's pulling away. So not really much of a battle to look at right there. But Maddox Beard is catching up to Jack Ward here on lap 18. He's looking to get in the DRS on the Aston Martin. Jack Ward's probably going to want to pit here soon. This Jack Ward going really long on those hard tires. He's always sliding. He's struggling. I can tell on the hards. He's 18 laps. He's done 18 laps on those hards. He's probably going to want to get off them soon, but he stays out again. Jack Ward now going to get passed by Maddox Beard. Beard, here he comes. Yeah, he also sets another fastest lap. Beard sets a fast lap once again as here he comes with the DRS, and he goes to the outside of Jack Ward, and he will take second away from from the Aston Martin, and Jack Ward down to third, and now he's about to get hunted down by the Ferrari, who's in fourth. So yeah, I think Jack Ward this might be a sign to pit, but yeah, I don't know. It's an interesting strategy for Jack Ward. He's going to be really fast at the end of the race. Jack Ward's going to be really quick at the end of the race, but it's going to be tough for him to really get a good spot, I feel like, because he's going to lose so much from this strategy, I feel like, because he's just going to get undercut. But yeah, Beard, it has actually closed in a little bit, though, I think, on the Ferrari. I'm wondering maybe Maddox Beard could catch Dylan Fake. That's probably going to be the only way he's going to win, because I don't see us really getting a safety car, but you never know. Yeah, here we go. He's heading on to lap 20. Beard trying to close in on Dylan Fake. He sets another fastest lap. Maddox Beard just going a little bit faster every lap, and he is gaining. But if he's staying the fast laps, he is gaining on the Ferrari. But how much? As Jack Ward finally comes into the pit lane, he's gonna go onto the hards. Or sorry, the mediums. What am I talking about? So yeah, let's see. Where will he come out? Here comes the V-Carb. It's gonna get passed by the V-Carb, but I think that's the only person to be passed by, and I think the V-Carb might be under attack here from Jack Ward. I don't think Jack Ward lost that much actually from that, and he's going to be faster here late on in the run, but he's probably not going to be able to win. Obviously, he's a solid, probably like 20 seconds back to the Ferrari of Dylan Fake, but still, Jack Ward might be on for a pretty solid P4, maybe even P3 if Billy Krieger makes another stop. It's yellow flags. I don't know what it's for, but yeah. Let's look at that gap from the Ferrari to the Red Bull. Yeah, it's now 4.1 seconds. It was almost 5 seconds a lap ago. Beard is flying on those hards, but will he have enough to catch Dylan Fake? As out of the pits goes I believe that's Tristan Thomas. In the Alpine, he heads out of the pits. He's currently 8th. Alpine not having a great race. They're 8th and 9th, so not the best race for Alpine. Is yellow flags again? What is it for? I don't know. I don't know really what the yellow flags are for. It might just be some self spins that we're missing. I'm not 100% sure, but yeah, look at that gap though from the Red Bull to the Ferrari. This race is not over. If Maddox Beard can keep this pace up, he's gonna catch Dylan Fake in a few laps. Oh, Beard pushing it wide off that corner. That shows you that he is driving the wheels off that Red Bull. He's got to make sure to not wear those tires too much also. That was a big moment for Matt Spears. He's got to make sure to not make any mistakes. He is pushing really hard. Probably going as maybe at 100% right now. He is pushing and driving the wheels off that Red Bull. 3.6 seconds the gap. He gained a solid maybe 5/10 that lap. It's like half a second faster. Maybe every lap is, yeah, but we'll see how long that lasts because he's got to make sure he doesn't burn up those tires. That is a big thing. Yep, there is the Ferrari into the pits, and now the V-car probably going to get an undercut on the Ferrari. Billy Kreger out of his pit stall. Let's see, might be close. Not close at all. The V-car gets the undercut. Same with the Aston Martin. So now the Ferrari is going to fall down to 5th. And this is going to be an interesting battle for the podium. Because Jack Ward should, in theory, be faster than Bradley right now on those fresher tires. And he is. He's gaining a little bit. He gained a little bit through the first 3 turns there. It's going to be an interesting battle for P3. We're going to watch this while Medic Spear tries to reel in the Ferrari. That's going to be a battle we'll have to look at also. So yeah, another half a second taken out of Dylan Fake right there from Maddox Spear. This is crazy pace that Maddox is showing right now. Basically just sending quali laps here in Spain. But yeah, now Jack Ward is in that DRS range. So he got the DRS that time, but wasn't quite able to make a move. As yeah, now Bradley's under attack here. He's gonna fall probably down to 4th here if he gets past. Let's see, we go. Bradley might be under attack as here comes Jack Ward or Grant Ward. He might be a little too far back. We'll see. Here we go. Bradley moves to defend. Ward to the outside and around the outside. He gets the position. Grant Ward up into the podium places. What a move around the outside of the V-Carb. Is now the V-Carb down to 4th, but we'll see. Can he hang on? Can he stay in that DRS range? Because he might still have the pace to challenge Jack Ward still for the podium. And you got to watch out for Billy Kreger. He's quite a ways behind right now, but we'll see. He is on fresher tires, so he might be able to catch up also. See how it flags. Oh, that's the Alpine spun in a kind of a dangerous spot, but he's ghosted, thankfully. As yeah, that is Benji Bowen. As Ryan Ocon is in the pits also. But yeah, the Alpine actually goes up to 7th. That's Tristan Thomas up to 7th. Passes Ryan Ocon in the Williams. But gap between the front two. It's starting to stall out a little bit, but still, Maddox Spirit is still a little faster than Dylan Fake. Oh my goodness, that was close from Maddox Spirit. I think he touched the grass there, but is lucky he didn't run off there. It's an easy thing to do also if you push too hard through there. Easy to touch the grass and just go straight off. He almost did that. So Beard's going to be a little careful here. He's got to push, but also not push too hard to where he makes mistakes, and also to where he burns up his tires. But I think he still has his pretty good pace though. He's running at a decent pace right now. Yeah, 2.5 seconds. Might lose a little bit on exit. Yeah, he will lose a little bit on exit, but still, Beard gaining. He's got 2.7 seconds the gap. As yeah, we head on to lap 25 here, and we're in the closing stages of this race. Dylan Fake wants to go back to back, but Maddox Beard wants to continue Red Bull's streak of winning in Spain. Sam Lewis did it in season 1, Dylan Fake did it in season 2, and now Dylan Fake's looking to get Ferrari a win in Spain, but Max Beard wants to get Red Bull another win. So yeah, looking through the field, there's another yellow flag. I wanted to check, but I think it got all sorted out. It's just been quite a bit of yellow flags this race, but not any safety cars. We've been safety car free this race. Looks like we're going to go safety car free. But this is shaping up to be an intense last few laps of this race. We'll see. Can Spain deliver another classic here in Formula Allegiant? Might not be as entertaining of a race as we had in season 2, but it might be just as entertaining of a finish. So here we go. This is almost similar to the season 1 race, where it was between Sam Lewis and David Albon. Two completely different drivers, but there's the same team. Sam Lewis won in. That's Matic Spirit and the Red Bull, obviously. So I guess that's one connection you can make. But yeah, Dylan Fake, you know, yeah, 2.4 seconds the gap between the top two. And yeah, looking at the V carb here of Bradley, he's fallen back a little bit to Grant Ward. Still getting used to saying Grant Ward, because if you didn't watch last season, we were calling him Jack Ward last season. Now he's changed to Grant Ward, so I gotta adjust, obviously. Still adjusting. But yeah, Bradley seems like he's still staying in a decent range to Jack Ward. And also, look at Billy Kreger, who's still in 5th, but he has reeled in these two. Just as I kind of predicted, I think Billy Kreger might be able to get a podium here. It's a 10-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. That is Benji Bowen. He's having a rough race here in Spain. But, yeah, it's what's happened to Maddox Beard. What's happened to Maddox Beard? Did he have a moment? Because now the gap's almost 10 seconds. I'm not sure what happened. I'm just realizing we might have just missed a big moment for Maddox Beard. He might have had a spin or something, and Beard now 10 seconds behind. He's got to hope for a safety car at this point. That is unfortunate for Maddox Beard, who's now you can't even see the Ferrari. Who's in turn 1, 2 right now. That's so unfortunate for Maddox Beard. I'm not sure what happened. I completely missed it while we were watching the battle for the podium. But yeah, Billy Kreger now reeling in these guys, though. I knew Billy Kreger was capable of getting a podium here. And yeah, Billy Kreger is reeling them in. This is going to be the closest battle on track here, probably. This is also probably the closest battle last season. Also, we saw all that calamity around 3rd on back. But yeah, we got around lap 27 here in these closing laps here in Spain. This is going to be an interesting battle to see who gets the final podium place, while Dylan Fake seems like he might just have this win locked up. As long as he doesn't make any mistakes. You never know what can happen, though. Beard took another second off Dylan Fake right there, but I think Dylan Fake might be backing down the pace at this point. Got to make sure he doesn't make any mistakes, because, yeah, he is kind of known for doing that, so we'll see. But he's been pretty perfect this race so far. But, yes, here we go. Look at Billy Kreger, though. He's reeled in these two. And I really think Billy Kreger might have the pace to get the final podium spot here. And looking to get Ferrari a double podium and help Ferrari get the constructors. My gosh, can't talk. The constructors championship lead, and also he's looking to get the drivers championship lead himself. Billy Kreger. He's almost in DRS range to the V car of Bradley, but Bradley's falling back a little bit to Grant Ward. But I'm interested to see what Billy Kreger can do here. So we're right on board with him. See, from his perspective, it looks like quite a bit of a gap, but he's closed it in a lot, and I think he knows it. So yeah, you can see on board here what the drivers are saying through sector 2. Yeah, Billy Kreger is gonna have DRS here. He's much faster than Bradley here. Here we go. Billy Kreger. He's gonna have he has DRS through here, but not gonna be close enough to make a move. But maybe down the front stretch, he'll have dirty air, but the fresh tires should equal it out. Here we go. Billy Kreger goes a little bit wider there. It's a great shot, actually, from, I believe it's a blimp or helicopter. That's, I don't know what's happened to the Alpine. Could this be a safety car? Is it a safety car? I think we might have a safety car here, as Billy Kreger is into the pits. He's going to get a cheap pit stop. I don't know what's happened to the Alpine of Benji Bowen. But this changes everything if we got a safety car. It is a safety car. It's a full safety car. This saves Medic Spirit, and that is just not what. That's not what Dylan Fake wanted to see. Oh, that is crazy. That is. This might be an insane end to this race. Almost shades of season 1 because we had a late race safety car in season 1. Oh boy, this is gonna get crazy. I'm not sure what happened to the Alpine of Benji Bowen, but safety car is out, and oh man, this is gonna be a crazy end to this race. We might get like a 1 or 2 lap shootout here, as Dylan Fake is gonna come into the pits here. I think Medic Spirit will also come to the pits. So here we go. Beard into the pits also. So yeah, we'll see what tires do they go on. I think everyone's gonna go to the softs here. We can see the tires here. What everyone goes on as the Ferrari goes to the softs. Will the Red Bull go to the softs? Yep, onto the softs as will Jack Ward pit here. We'll also have to see if the V car pits. I think you're gonna have to pit here though. They're gonna be at a big disadvantage if they don't. So yeah, but Billy Kreger might get the podium here because he got that cheap pit stop. He came in right as he saw safety car was out. I think the 2 in front of him were just past the pit lane. That was great luck from Billy Kreger, but will this amount to anything? So yeah, look here, that's the Aston Martin, the V-Carb. Yeah, they're gonna go to the softs. That's mediums. That's mediums for the V-Carb. And yeah, will Billy Kreger get the undercut here? He's going full speed down the front stretch, and he will. He's going to get to 3rd. That just looked out perfectly for Billy Kreger. But for his teammate, it did not. And now they're all that's all bunched up. But the thing is, this might save Dylan Fake, because there's a lap cross of Williams of Ryan Ocon in between them. So that might just save Dylan Fake here. Because, yeah, he's going to be in the way. So that's interesting. I think that really helps Dylan Fake. But still, he's still going to be under attack, obviously. Because I'm sure the Williams will let the front runners go. Right as the green flag drops. But, yeah, as everyone's trying to catch up to the safety car here, this changes everything. See, as you see the tires everyone's on, that's interesting though that Bradley went to the mediums. I would have thought he went to the softs, but I think the reason he did that is because he started on the softs. Maybe he didn't have another set, so maybe the best he could do was the mediums. I mean, I'm not sure. This is interesting. And then there's the Sauber and the Williams on 7-lap-old mediums. So yeah, this is interesting. A safety car makes its way through the first sector here as everyone's catching up. See, 3rd, 4th, and 5th catch up, and now wait on 6th and 7th to catch up. They might be able to do that this lap. Actually, no, 7th is caught up, but 6th, Ryan Ferrer still needs to catch up. But this is going to be a crazy end of this race. I think we're going to have a 2-lap shootout here to end the Spanish Grand Prix. Yep, probably 2 laps of racing. I don't think we'll have 1 lap because I think Ryan Ferrer is going to catch up. Although it'll be close. I think the safety car might just come in though anyway. Yep, safety car. We'll see here soon. Is the safety car coming in at the end of this lap? I'm not sure if it is. Yep, it is. Safety car is in this lap. 2 laps of racing to decide the Spanish Grand Prix. Who's going to come out on top? Will it be the Ferrari of Dylan Fake, who's dominated this race? Will it be the Red Bull of Matic Spirit, who's been just behind Dylan Fake? He got saved by the safety car after a big mistake late on in the race. Dropped him almost 10 seconds back from after when he was about 2 seconds behind. Or could it be Billy Kreger? But there's a lot of lap cars in between these front runners. I think Ryan Hawkins going to want to get out of the way of this battle for the latest. Yeah, now the Ferrari goes, and green flag is in the air. We're back racing here in Spain. As we'll see, does the Williams let the Red Bull go? Here we go. They're all going to jockey for position, though, for the podium. Here we go. This Grant Ward tries to get to the outside, couldn't quite get there. Now here comes the V-Carb around the outside of the Aston Martin. The V-Carb on those mediums gets up to fourth. But the battle for the lead still it's the Ferrari and the Red Bull. But yeah, I think Billy Kreger, he's about a second behind the Red Bull. The lap cars in between the leaders just threw off everything. But Maddox Spear is gonna be giving it everything here. He's gonna try to throw everything he can at the Ferrari. He's gonna be trying to put in the same pace he did earlier in the race, to where he was almost half a second a lap faster than the Ferrari. Could he put in that same pace here for this final lap? Yes, here we go. Battle for the podium still on, though, as Bradley had a look on the Ferrari of Billy Kreger, but wasn't able to get there. As here we go. We're going to watch the battle for the lead, though. 7/10 the difference between the Ferrari and the Red Bull. We're going to have one lap of racing aside the Spanish Grand Prix. Final lap is underway. Who's going to win? Is it going to be Dylan Thake taking his second win in a row at Spain, or will it be the Red Bull of Maddox Beard taking Red Bull's third win in a row at Spain? Here we go. This Beard is closed in. Beard, could he have a chance to win his first ever Formula Allegiant race? As we look at the battle for the podium, here we go. No moves made here. We're going to have to watch both of these battles. So the battle for the lead here is, here we go, the Ferrari and the Red Bull. 4/10 the difference. As here we go. Through sector 2 here. As here we go. Beard, let's see. He's going to have probably one more chance at it here. He's going to have to give it his all here down this final DRS straight. Here we go. Could Maddox Beard make the move here? How aggressive will he be? He sends it through that corner as he loses time, though. He had a big slide. Is that it? That might be it. As Dylan Thake makes his way through here, I believe that is it, because that was the final passing zone. So here we go. There's a bunch of chaos happening behind as Billy Kreger looking. He's going to probably stay in the podium. But Dylan Thake, through the final corners, Dylan Thake for the second season in a row. Dylan Thake will win for Ferrari. He will win the Spanish Grand Prix while Maddox Beard has a big slide. He hangs on to second. Billy Kreger takes the championship lead. He finishes in third. What a race. Man, what a finish that was in Spain. Dylan Thake takes his second win at Spain, second win in a row at Spain, and takes Ferrari's first win at Spain. So here's your podium. Man, what a finish that was here in Barcelona. Here's your awards. Race winner, Dylan Thake. Fastest lap, Maddox Beard. Driver of the day, Billy Kreger. Most overtakes goes to Bradley. And the cleanest driver goes to Maddox Beard. Man, that was quite the race as Dylan Thake wins. Yeah, that was a well-deserved win, though, from Dylan Thake. He was basically picture perfect all race long. And even was able to hang on with that safety car. Beard tried to give it his all, tried to get his first career win, but not quite able to do it here today in Spain. It's all right. Now we get to hear from the drivers. It's all right. So the graphic shown on the screen is all right. We're gonna go ahead. We're gonna head into the interviews here shortly, but yeah, that was quite the race. Beard just didn't quite have enough. Don't mind the F125 music. Just trying to make my way to Discord here. Okay. Alrighty. let's head to the interviews here and let's hear from the drivers. Here we go. I'll give it a sec for people to join. Just pulling up the results. Okay. Alright. Okay, we'll just go ahead and start interviews here. So yeah, we'll go ahead and start with Benji Bones. Benji Bone, ready?
Yeah.
So, yeah, Benji Bowen, you unfortunately retire from the race, so that's is unfortunate. It's overall just not the best race for you, and yeah, just walk me through what happened to take you out of the race.
Having a real rough time keeping up with the pace. I just kept fucking spinning almost all race, struggling really hard with tire degradation, and eventually at towards the end there, I just hit a little bit too much of the grass and just spun it, hit the wall, and that was it. I mean, I started off pretty strong, I'd say, and then ended up spinning it, losing it, and then just it went downhill from there.
Yep. So looking at the calendar, we got Imola coming up next. How do you think you'll do in Imola?
Uh, keep it short. Probably not very good, but I'm gonna do my best. Hopefully, I don't fucking DNS.
Yep. All right, we'll go ahead and move on to be Ryan Ocon. So Ryan Ocon, you ready?
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, Ryan Ocon, you finished in P7. Overall, just kind of a quiet race once again, and yeah, you come home in P7. Not really much to say, but you did kind of affect the race for the lead because you were in between the two leaders. But yeah, just walk me through your race from your perspective.
Yeah, first off, apologies to them on that, but there was also, in all fairness to Ward and them who were all racing still, there was still a race going on for seventh, and prior to the safety car coming out at the end, which was unfortunate for some, I see. Um, the Alpine that was still in the race was ahead of me. He pitted, I didn't, and that was what changed after the safety car restart. I wish you could have lap cars overtake and whatnot because that would have definitely not had anybody in the way with me and the Alpine in the way of the top five finishers. Um, yeah, similar to his race as well. The Benji, I don't really have much different to say. I spun a lot too, try to cap it out of the walls. Um, yeah, not a fun race. I don't really care for Spain, and it goes to show. Doesn't really matter the setup change. It was a nice race here last season when it rained, and that was a P2 for me. So yeah, I mean, I clearly I needed to rain or else I'm washed. So it's okay. I had fun when I was near the Alpines, and that was the only time I was near anybody until the end, of course. But yeah, I mean, got a few points out of it. I mean, Crown wasn't here, so just gotta make sure I'm finishing races then for the sake of the constructors, and I did just that.
Yep. So yeah, we got Imola coming up next. How do you think he'll do there?
I mean, it sucks the bar has gone from getting a podium like it was on the last season of 24 in the first season of the league and last season as a whole, but that's what it's going to be in MLR. I looked at the calendar prior to tonight and I saw that the only races I'm going to have enjoyment in the next month or two is both Austria races, but that's just the whole thing of this game, though. It's just not suiting a controller player, so you go to NASCAR and you realize that, although wheel has an advantage in some series, it's still close and it's still a lot more fun than this garbage game. And it sucks EA's keeping this one for 26 as well and gonna build a whole new game for 27. So hopefully the new game they built in 27 is a lot more fun because this is just not enjoyable. But I mean, pace-wise, not enjoyable. The battles with the Alpines, although we spun a lot, it was the only highlight I had of my race. So Imola, it it sucks we're changing the bare minimum, but it's just finish, have fun, race other cars because there was not a lot of that tonight besides the Alpines. So that's that. Hopefully Crown's here next week, so there's a little more of a, you know, bar for the sake of the team. But yeah, we'll
Yeah.
see.
All right, we'll go ahead and move on to it'd be uh, Grant Ward. So Grant Ward, you ready?
Yep.
So yeah, you had a quite a different strategy. You obviously started on the hards and then went to the medians, which is the opposite of what the front two did. But it turned out to work out, and without the safety car, you probably had that third place maybe in the bag. Billy Carter was catching pretty quick on Bradley, but still, yeah. And then with the safety car, you do unfortunately fall down to fifth. But yeah, just walk me through your race from your perspective.
Well, 2 years in a row I get fifth place, and because of somebody has no business being there, cost me a podium. Like last year, get dumped by Ferrari. This year, Alpine, quoting Dylan, goes straight. So I don't know, but I mean, just you're 4 laps away and you crash laps down. Like I don't know, but I mean, strategy-wise, I played everything good. It would have been nice to see if JC would have caught me or not. If he did, hats off to him. Played an alternate strategy that would have worked out, but I mean, did my best. I'm not mad at myself. Can't really control chaos in the last 2 laps. I mean, lap car there that I think is the V carb or whatever. Turns out it's a lap down car. So hey, twice this race, lovely. But yep.
Yeah, so we got Imola coming up next. How do you think you'll do in Imola?
I don't know. Either I'm good there or I'm running towards the back. So hopefully I'm good.
Yep. All right, we'll go ahead and move on to Bradley. So Bradley, you ready?
Yeah.
So yeah, Bradley, you had a overall pretty solid race. You did two stop, which was a interesting strategy, while a lot of people did the one stop. But either way, it didn't turn out terrible. Even if we went green, you probably would have maybe got fourth or fifth. But yeah, you come home in fourth with the safety car. So. Yeah, just walk me through your race from your perspective.
Honestly, taking the softs, I was honestly taking a risk. I wanted to see how everyone else's. I was trying to play off of everyone else's strategies, but I ended up abandoning my own strategy and just started trying to just improv what's going on. The safety car definitely helped. I don't exactly know what happened, but the I want to say it was Aston Martin in front of me. He was leaving me, but the safety car definitely saved me, and I ended up getting a place for P4 last lap. Um, yeah, I can definitely be better on my strategy. I feel if I would have stayed on, at least started on mediums, I would have been a lot better in the long run, maybe even a podium, like P3 maybe. But ain't nothing I can do about it now. Happy with my performance.
Yeah. So yeah, we got Imola coming up next. Do you think you can have a good run at Imola?
Yes, it's actually one of my best tracks. So glad to see what I would be able to do there.
Yep. So yeah, we actually Rainer Ferrer went or joined the VC, so we can go ahead and interview him. I don't know if I'm actually saying your name right, so that's the first thing I want to ask. So.
Yeah.
Rainer Ferrer.
It's Rainer Ferrer. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I'm saying it right. Okay, but Yeah. So yeah, Renfro, you finished in P6. It was over kind of a quiet race, but you did come home with a P6, which is pretty good. So yeah, just walk me through your race from your perspective.
Yeah, it was generally a quiet race. I think I brought solid points in, knowing it's my first race in the Formula Allegiant, but I think it just went pretty well.
Yeah. So yeah, we got Imola coming up next. How do you think you'll do there?
Um, I think I'll do pretty solid. Uh, I'll have to see like how like gets a few reps in, cause I haven't raced on that track too much, but we'll see how it goes.
Yep. All right. We'll go ahead and move on to, I believe it'd be Matic Spirit. So Matic Spirit, you ready?
Yep.
All right. So yeah, Matic Spirit, you came on with P2. You challenged Dylan, I think, at the end. You were looking to challenge him even before the safety car until you made a mistake. I actually didn't even catch it on the broadcast. I was watching the battle for the podium, but. Yeah, it was. You had really good pace, but just a few mistakes kind of took you out of contention, and then safety car kind of helped you, and yeah, you're almost able to bring home the win. So yeah, just walk me through your race from your perspective.
Yeah, I'm not don't have a ton of words right now. I'm pretty disappointed, but yeah. So yeah, qualifying didn't really go the way I wanted to because I got invalidated for trying to let people by and going off track. But so I didn't really weren't able to get really like a good lap in. But felt pretty bad at the start of the race. But yeah, once I got to the hards, I know yeah. I think I went off like once on the first stint, but once I got to the hards, I felt pretty good. Honestly, I was really locked in because the gap was almost 10 seconds, and I was able to bring it down to about 2. I pushed like more than I probably ever have in this lead, unfortunately. In the sweeping corner, I forgot what turn is it, like turn, I don't know. I forgot, but I just caught the grass and it just kind of spun me around. It's really easy to do, especially on worn tires. But yeah, safety car. I was very excited. But unfortunately, I don't really know what was going on with the game. I guess lap cars just weren't allowed to overtake. I can't really blame Ryan Ocon for not going by because I don't think the game would really let him. Um, but that didn't really help. I got a huge whiff of dirty air out the final corner on the restart, and yeah, by then I kind of knew my chances were done. The final lap, I think if I had GRS on the final lap down the front stretch, I would have got past, but obviously it takes another lap to get it. So unfortunately, just didn't quite have enough. Pushed as much as I could. Probably pushed the most that maybe I've ever had in an F1 league race. But yeah, unfortunately, came home second. I definitely don't know what else I really have to do to win at this point in this league. But yeah,
Yeah, but you still had really good pace, and yeah, we got Imola coming up next. Do you think you'll be able to get your first win at Imola?
yeah. Well, I think honestly, I'm probably decent at Imola, but it's just all gonna come down to qualifying. Because if yeah, the dirty air there is probably the worst in the game, and it's really hard to pass anyways with the new stand. So I think if we can get pole, we have a good chance. If we don't get pole, it'll be interesting to see. But yeah, just gotta move on to Imola and do the best we can. Uh, yeah.
Yep. All right, we'll go ahead and move on to your race winner for the second season in a row at Spain. Dylan Thake, you ready?
I am.
So yeah, I completely forgot to mention. I did mention it once on the broadcast, but I completely forgot that you won the race with food poisoning, didn't you?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it wasn't the nicest stint ever, but
yeah.
well.
Anyways, so yeah, Yeah, you had a overall just a dominant performance, and yeah, you came home with the win. It was a good battle though, still with Matic Spear for a lot of the race, but you still was able to hold him off for basically the whole race, and you're able to bring home the win. So yeah, just walk me through your race and your respective.
um, Qualifying was pretty good. There was still a bit more pace in there, but it wasn't needed, thankfully. So, the start was really good. No idea what happened, but I was about 6 tenths by turn one. And then from there, it was just a tyre save race, really, trying to stretch the mediums as far as I could. Obviously, Maddox's little blips helped because I didn't have to push as much. And then on the hards, he was pretty quick, to be fair. I was struggling quite a lot, but a lot of it was tyre saving just to try and make the end. And again, the mistake obviously helped because it let me ease off way more. And then the safety car came out, which I was not too happy about, but that's how it goes, I suppose. And yeah, pitted. Softs, obviously, I think after, well, all the grid did. Lowered my front wing as well, so I was running some absolutely horrendous package just to try and get a straight line. So, don't know if it would have been as easy as Mannix trying to make it out to be, but certainly would have been fun anyway. But yeah, decent race. Shame it's taking this long into the season to get going, but well, it is what it is.
Yeah. So yeah, we got Imola coming up next, and after getting a win in Spain, do you think you can go 2 in a row in Italy?
Hopefully. I wouldn't mind it at all. A lot has been learned from the last Imola race around here. With me and Crown, and how hard it is to overtake in straight line speed and whatnot, and yeah, so podium as a minimum, I'd hope, unless something bad happens or I'm just not on it. But 2 in a row won't be too bad.
Yep. All right. Well, that'll do it for interviews. You're the only one in the VC. So, yeah. But good luck at Imola for you, and I'm gonna go ahead and do my outro. See ya.
All right. See you later, boss.
See ya. Okay. Okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna get to another league race. Pretty busy with leagues on Fridays, but anyways, yeah, that was overall a pretty fun race. Wasn't the most entertaining race to be honest, but it was still fun. Fun at the end, and it's kind of wild that Dylan Fake actually won that with food poisoning. I completely forgot to mention that in the moment, but yeah, he did win that with food poisoning, and yeah, that's really good for Dylan Fake, the British driver. But yeah, anyways, that'll do it from me. We got Imola coming up next Friday, same time, 7:15 p.m. Eastern time, 6:15 p.m. Central time, and 4:15 p.m. Pacific time. So, yep. See you guys in Imola, and that